back. Today we're going to work on rounding decimals, and we have a poem that's going to help us learn how to do this. So, find the number, look next door. 5 or higher, add 1 more. 4 or less, let it rest. This is how we round. Now, let's see what we can find. I'm going to keep this right here, and we're going to talk about it for just a second. When I'm rounding to the nearest tenth, find the number, look next door. I see a 4. What does the poem say? 4 or less, let it rest. So, the 4 just becomes a 0. To the nearest hundredth, find the number. I'm in the hundredths position. Go next door. 5 or higher, add 1 more. 4 or less, let it rest. 7, is that higher or lower than 4? Yeah, it's higher. So, it just becomes a 0. Nearest thousand. Find the number. Found it. Look next door. 5 or higher, add 1 more. 4 or less, let it rest. 8 will tell 7 to become what? Yeah, an 8. So it becomes an 8. Let's look at some examples. Let's look at numbers 3, 6, 9, and 16. 3, 6, 9, and 16. And 13 as well. So number 3, 16 and 5/10. Well, my poem says, find the number, look next door. So I found my number, it's a 6. I look next door, it's a 5. 5 or higher, add 1 more. 4 or less, let it rest. This 5 tells the 6 to do what? Right, add 1 more. It's going to become 17. And I can say 0.0 because that technically becomes a 0. I can cross off what I don't need. Number 6. Find the number. Found it. I'm in the 10th position. Look next door. 5 or higher, add 1 more. 4 or less, let it rest. 8. Is it higher or lower than 4? It's higher. So I know I definitely need the 42 because those come before the underlined digit. So I'm keeping those. 8 tells 7 to become a what? Yeah, an 8. And I can cross off that 8, and I can put a 0 if I need to help my brain. Ready? Let's look at number 9. So just like I did up in number 6, I'm going to write the numbers I know I need. That way my brain doesn't get rid of anything that I desperately have to have. So I know I'm going to need 80,547 and 6. I don't know what's coming next. Find the number, look next door. 5 or higher, add 1 more. 4 or less, let it rest. So, found it, look next door. 5, is it higher or lower than 4? Right, it's higher. 5 or higher, add 1 more. So this 4 will add another one. It becomes a, yep, and just as always, I can put a 0 if I need it. Now, they're going to try and trick you when you're rounding too. We're going to round to the nearest whole number. So, I'm going to look at the ones place. I'm going to look at my ones place because 1 is the closest whole I can get to a decimal. So, find the number, found it, look next door. 7, okay. 5 or higher, add one more. 4 or less, let it rest. All right, so it's asking me to round to the nearest whole number. 7 will tell 4 to do what? Yeah, it moves up. So instead of 34, I have 30, yeah, 35. Very good. Ooh, our poster is out of frame. Come back. All right, and then we're going to look at number 16. Well, a little bit of a glare. It's okay. This says round each number to the place of the underlined digit. So as always, I'm going to keep the number I know I need, or I'm going to keep the digit I know I need. That's the 7. Find the number, look next door. Find the number that's underlined, that's 5. Look next door, that would be, yeah, 5 or higher, add one more. 4 or less, let it rest. What do you think I'm going to do? Yeah, I'm going to add one more. 5 becomes a, and then if I need to, I can cross that 8 out and put a 0, if that helps your brain. I hope this has helped, and I'll see you guys again real soon.